What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. Today, we have got a preview for the Europa League away fixture against Basel on Thursday, the 11th of December at 8 p.m. I believe the kickoff time is. Gary is currently sporting his nice new festive gear from Villa Shop. We are not endorsing this. We are not trying to sell you this. It's just a lovely top.
It is a nice jumper, mate. I'm impressed with it, to be fair. So, yeah.
Is it like woolly?
Yeah, it's lovely. Relatively thick, warm. I like the design. It was the one. There's two, isn't there? There's a similar one, but I prefer this one because I like the snow on the side and the grain in the background. So yeah.
It kind of looks like someone with like a. It kind of looks like Donald Trump's haircut. If I'm honest, I just kind of sat on top of the badge.
Yeah, I mean it's just like a pile of snow, right? And I don't. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
why didn't they shift it? I feel like they should have. Should be sent. I feel like they've got that wrong.
I feel like it's been designed by me, mate, on Figma. Like that. That's what I feel. And I'm just like so. There may well be like hope for me to get a design job because if this is what I can do, like I think I'm better already in the limited skill set that I've got. Funny.
Anyway, Basel. So we were just thinking about like things that we know about Basel. We don't know very much, if I'm honest. They're
Swiss.
Swiss team. The Swiss team. Part of the Swiss league. Probably, I think the most successful Swiss team out there. I want to say.
Well, if I'm honest, when we got the draw for this, and I saw it was in the mix of these December fixtures at the start of the season, I was like, oh fucking hell. Like, that's a difficult away tie, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they've got Champions League experience. They've been in and around Europe for as long as I can remember. They're the only Swiss side that off the top of my head, that if you were to ask me to name a Swiss side, I'd probably go with them. You know, that's probably the compliment I can give
them or young boys, I suppose, right? Like, but
Mate, what do you love talking about? Like, it's so weird.
I didn't say that. You smiled. It's your fault. You smiled. It was your fault. Anyway, enough about young boys in Europe. So Basel. Terrible. I've got some little like stats for you guys. I've got some little stats.
Okay,
question. Question for you. Let us know in the comments if you know the answers to this. And as always, please do like, subscribe, hype, all that malarkey. We are loving people supporting the channel at the moment. All your comments are so nice. Like, we're so happy. We love reading it all. We love the banter as well with those Arsenal fans.
What was the score going to be again? 4-0, 3-1.
4-0. I just love the fact that when he said 4-0, and when we went 1-0 up, I literally commented back saying, well, one thing is definitely not going to happen. It's not going to end 4-0 to Arsenal, is it? Anyway, quick one, guys. Have Basel and Villa met before? Let us know in the comments if you know.
I don't think so.
We have once.
Mate, I'm putting on the trivia thing. We're doing a quiz in less than a week. I can't get anything right. My brain's.
Hang on. It was a 2-leg tie in the Intertoto Cup.
Oh, that don't count. That's not even a real. No, not having that.
It does count. It does count.
That's a bit like the Blue Noses going. We won the Leyland Daft Cup. Was so successful.
The question is, over those 2 games, what's our record against Basel?
We lost.
No, we haven't lost one.
We must have won it because we won the entire.
Even when you've got like 2 out of 3 to get.
Mate, I've not been very well this week. Leave me alone.
We played them 7th of August 2001 away, and it was a 1-1 draw.
Mate, so we haven't traumatized from 9/11. I can't remember anything about 2001.
We haven't beaten them on their turf. So we drawn. Hang on, let me finish. And then home, we won 4-1. We battered them on the 21st of August 2001. But any game,
I remember that.
As I keep on saying, any game in Europe is tough. This is going to be a really, really tough game. It's going to be a slog. They're going to be well organised, well drilled, and we're going to need. I'm hoping they come out to play. That's what I'm hoping, right?
Well, that's what we've got to hope, being at home. And however, like, we are slowly, after that Arsenal result, going to become a scalp, aren't we? It's kind of like
we're not underdog. Well, I think in the Europa League, I don't think we're ever underdogs.
No. I fancy their atmosphere to be a hostile one. If I can remember their ground, like, you know, when I've watched them in the Champions League, I remember them playing Arsenal. I'm sure. I remember watching on the telly and thinking, Jesus Christ, it sounds like an absolute cauldron there. Like so, we've just got to do what we know we can do, mate. Like if they park the bus, then we've got to make sure that we come with tempo and move the ball quickly. If they come at us, then I just fancy us to win. Like it's simple as. I think we've got enough.
I agree.
There.
I mean, our last European away game wasn't exactly fantastic, was it?
Well, if you're talking about the go quick Eagles, then we're
go quick, go nest quick Eagles.
Mate,
I mean they play counter-attacking football. We couldn't break them down. They made it difficult. It was a cauldron of noise in parts of the stadium. It was difficult.
Well, but even in that game, mate, we should have been 4-0 up at half time, and we didn't take our chances. Now, look, I expect, like you said, because of it is the Europa League, and I think we are one of the favourites. Whether people don't want to admit that in the media, they'll park the bus. I think they'll be well weary of what attacking threat we offer, regardless of who plays, and we'll go through the lineup in a bit. But it's one of them where I just don't lose this game. You know, we need to keep the momentum going. You know, it doesn't have to. I don't care if we draw.
The go-ahead Eagles game didn't ruin our momentum in the league, but I think we want to be finishing in that like top two league. And we've said before, ideally that top two because of that return leg guarantee in the knockout stages.
And it just makes fixtures a little bit easier in the new year, right? That's what I'm sure. Look, Emery knows what he's doing. It's all about whether we can maintain that consistency of performance, because we've been exceptional, mate. Brighton game, second half, first half absolute dog shit, but second half we were brilliant. And then I thought on Saturday we were probably the better team for the large portions of the game, apart from 15, 20 minutes in the second half. So
I think if you said we should be considered one of the favourites, even though the media don't really give us that. I think if you ask most people now, I think they would say we are probably favourites, if not one of the favourites, just because of the way we're playing, the way we're performing at the moment, how we're flying in the league. And if we can keep up this momentum, then there's I don't think there's any excuse that we don't make it at least the semi or the final.
Yeah,
we need to keep this momentum going. As we've said before, things like injuries, this difficult period over December, it's going to be really high intensity with some of the teams we're playing.
Yeah.
And in January, I just hope there's no horrible speculation or any weird shit going on in Jan. Stuff that's going to distract us.
I hope that because I hope with Emery's knowledge and how he works, that because of all what happened in the summer and all that speculation, that it did definitely disrupt us. The JJ sale, it definitely affected the squad, didn't it? I think he's probably put a kibosh in it. I don't imagine anyone's going to be leaving in January. I thought about this the other day, because we've talked about potentially Martinez leaving and all that kind of stuff. But I think with how quiet Martinez has been, I reckon Emery's gone to him and gone, look, just give us one more season. Get your head down. Get it through. Let's achieve as high as we possibly can. You can leave. If you leave in the summer, it will be an absolute blessed. No one's going to begrudge you or anything like that. And you could go away being massively successful, and it could change his tune as well. Maybe his plan is to change his mind. The only one that I can see kind of ever going now at the end of the season is probably Watkins. Unfortunately, I think he's probably hit that ceiling. But I think the key now is strengthening, not getting rid of. So I think it's kind of anything we bring in January will be additional to what we've already got. So if we can avoid any of that disruption, mate, yeah, you're right. Come January, come the end of December, it could be a rooting toot in New Year, man. Do you know what I mean?
Rooting in the cowboy. I don't know. I don't know with Jan. I mean, you hear of conflicting things. You hear like, oh, we haven't got any money to spend, and then other people like we have to sell to buy, and then other people like, oh, we've got some wiggle room. And so I don't really. I mean, we don't really know. We're not in the know in any way.
No.
But if it's to believe that we need to like sell to buy, I suppose it's all down to what Emery wants and what he feels he needs. So, you know, if he is sitting there going, okay, well, because the Harvey Elliott thing, we don't even know. So the whole 10 apps thing, 10 appearance thing, we don't actually know if when that's triggered, if it's paid immediately, or is that not due at the end of the season, so it falls into next year's numbers and so we have no idea. So if we're to believe what's been said previously, we can't just bring in players. I think the only people we could bring in are probably very low amount signings. Like our net spend was negative in the summer, so and I think over the last 2 seasons it's been negative actually. But we need to bring in younger potential, which is why we're not going to go into it too much. But we've heard about these Brazilian players and stuff, these kind of like youngsters who are going to be, I guess, coming potentially, who can challenge the likes of Ollie and keep them on their toes.
Well, we've got Gasson leaving next week, right? He goes to the AFCON, right? So maybe that whole Harvey Elliott thing that's the plan. Maybe he starts to get utilised in January because it's, you know, we've talked a lot about him.
When we've not played Gasson though, it's not like Harvey Elliott's been playing.
No, but he's not even been in the squad. Like I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense. But then, like publicly, he's like it's been stated that, you know, he's training really well. He's, you know, the relationship with Emery is really good. Like there's you know, expect like things to come. He's in all the Christmas adverts. He's like, you know, he'll
be on the bench tomorrow. He'll be on the bench tomorrow because he has been in European games.
So, you know, I don't know. Like either way, this particular fixture, like on Thursday, was one that I wasn't necessarily looking forward to at the start of the season, as I said. But with our current form, like I think we just got to keep momentum going. I think we'd make some changes, right, to rest a couple of players, and give a few of the other players that are coming back from injury maybe some more game time, and let's see where it takes us. You know, to take us into Sunday against West Ham. So,
yeah, exactly. So let's go into your predicted lineup, guys. So this is the team that you want to see, or the team that you think Emery will play.
No, this is a little bit of both. I think this is a team I'd like to see, but I don't think Emery's going to go anywhere near this. But I'm trying to second guess him. So this is my kind of thing, as it always is, you know, because I always tend to get it wrong. But I think, as he always has done, Luca Dean and Maatsen will probably swap out. It makes sense. I don't think they're going to have I don't think Basel are a pacey team, so I think it will make sense. Torres, I think he's going to keep with. I think he'll probably rest Konza and bring in Lindelof. And I'd love to see, and I've put him in, Garcia get some minutes, because Matty Cash has been absolutely sensational, mate. Like, but I just want to, and because he's in such a good run of form, I think we need to protect him a little bit. Like a lot of intense games and like this, and he's been on the bench for the last couple of games. So like, let's see him get some minutes, because I actually quite like Garcia. Before he got injured, like I thought he did well, and I think we all spoke about in the summer that, you know, none of us wanted Cash to start, really. I think we were all looking at Garcia taking his place. And actually, Cash didn't start the season particularly well, if I'm honest, but has grown into it, and has been our best player. So, like, you know, but give him a rest, because that West Ham game Sunday for me is an absolute must-win if we're going to really start to put a charge. So, love to see Garcia get some minutes and have a good game. I think Bogard needs to come in, because he's done really well when he has. He's been unlucky to lose his place because of the abundance of options we've got in midfield, and Onana, Tielemans have also played really well when they've come in. So it's difficult, but every time he's been asked to come on the pitch, whether he's had to play right back or centre back or holding midfield, mate, he's such a reliable player. Like this guy is one for the future, 100%, and we need to make sure he's getting some minutes. So tomorrow's game is a big yes for me for that, and I'd like to see him again back in that role, give Tielemans a little bit of a rest, and Kamara and Onana, and get him off that right-hand side, which kind of... So, for me, this is kind of... I'd like to see us play the way we did against Burnley. As much as Basel might be a threat. Like, it's an opportunity again to try and get, and Watkins and Marlon working together. Now, I don't know if you saw Match of the Day with the breakdown of the Arsenal game, but I watched it yesterday because I haven't had a chance to kind of see the thing, so I thought I'd watch it. And actually, there's a really good breakdown by I hate going to say his guy's name, but because I think he's a twat, but Danny Murphy, right?
Right.
But he actually broke it down pretty well in terms of how we get space in that middle. And on Saturday it was Rodgers that had kind of drifted out onto left-hand side sort of thing, but then he basically came central with Tielemans as the 10, and it caused Arsenal all kinds of problems because their two pivots didn't know who they were marking, and it's a similar thing for Marlon and Watkins to work off. So I just think for Ollie, it's a great way of building confidence again because it worked really well last time. So and then you've got Rodgers because, let's face it, even if I don't put him in, he's fucking starting regardless. Like, this guy's playing every game of every minute. In fact, he's probably played for the under-21s before this. Like, Emery's just like play him. But yeah, chance for Sancho to shine again in Europe. I think Emery's kind of favoured him anyway. He played against go-ahead Eagles. In fact, Sancho's pissed me off the last couple of games in the league because he's just looked like he's been lazy and bottled it. Against Leeds, he came on and bottled 2 challenges, and I thought, mate, you're going to get injured that way. What are you doing? Like, just, you've got to go in, show a bit of heart. But again, the pace of this game's not going to be as intense as a Premier League game. So I think he's got a chance to shine again. I thought he was probably one of our best players against go-ahead Eagles, Sancho. So I think bring him on to cause some havoc down that left-hand side. And then Watkins up front, carry on, just get himself on the score sheet again, mate. Needs to get goals. This is again a game that he should be targeting. This might be completely different, but this is, for me, this is a side that can compete and gives our chance for the team that played on Saturday to have a little bit of a rest and come back fresh for Sunday.
I think I agree with you on some points. I think it's a little bit too much. Personally, I think it's a bit too much of a change. I think this isn't going to be an easy team. So, I can't see Garcia starting. I'd like to get some minutes, though. I'd like him to come on like 60. If we're like 2-0 up, maybe bring on Garcia. Lovely to get some minutes and just get a bit of a run out. Have you seen the rumours about Bogard, by the way? Have you seen that Brighton are interested, by the way?
Well, Brighton can fuck right off.
Well, I tell you what. Yeah, I agree. I'll be like, do not let this guy go. But like I said before, it depends on what we need to do to bring someone in, and he's pure profit and all that malarkey. It's just
I get it, but I don't. Knowing Emery and the fact that he doesn't bring many players through, I cannot imagine. Like JJ's different kettle of fish. JJ's been around forever, like before Emery.
JJ also isn't much of a utility player. He can only kind of play in one position.
Yeah. But I think Emery's nurtured this kid. I think he sees the potential, and I think that I don't see Emery allowing him to leave.
I hope not. I totally hope that's true as well. But, I can see Kamara or Tielemans probably there somewhere. Personally, I think we probably need that. I prefer McGinn. I just prefer McGinn. I think because McGinn, wherever he plays, is going to get stuck in. He's going to run around the pitch. He's going to be an engine. He's going to track back. He's going to run forward. He's going to do whatever. So I'd rather have McGinn with someone who is dedicated, maybe hold it, which Bogard would be.
Yeah.
But I'm still not 100% on that. Sancho, I think you're right. He will start. Rodgers, love him to get rest, but maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe Emery sees that him playing games, ticking that rhythm, just keeps him going. Maybe, I don't know. Marlon, I don't know why. I feel like he's going to play Gasson.
He should have packed his bags already prematurely. I dropped him off at the airport. You flights in a week, mate. We'll see you we'll see you in January.
I just feel like he's going to play Gasson. He seems to just favour him in the European games, but we shall see. But yes, no, I generally agree with this lineup. But I think it's just not going to be. It's going to be one of those horrible, grueling, probably bitty games where we're trying to break a team down and maybe our tempo's a bit. For whatever reason is, away in Europe, we just never really. It's rare that we turn up. We just kind of.
is this part of the old Villa PTSD, mate? You know, when you go, we're absolutely flying. We're in cloud fucking cuckoo land, aren't we? We're in the realms of talking about challenging for the title, winning the Europa League. And it would just be so like Villa to go away to Basel on Thursday and put in the shittest performance ever and lose. Do you know what I mean? And
Monaco.
Oh, mate. Remember my full kick banker episode? I just sat here staring at the telly going, oh, my God, this is fucking unreal. That was, Go back. If you want to see that, by the way, for a laugh, it's on YouTube still. Go and check it out. It's funny. I'm just literally sat in my full kick, like trying to, I don't know, do something for clickbait maybe. And it just didn't. It was
just sat looking at TV up here, just like
there was nothing to say. Like it was just there was
no one, and in those days there was no one watching either. So you were listening, just waiting for like Mr. Beast to come on and do some big donation for the videos.
Mate, anyone wants to go and make a compilation of that, like it's going to be the least interesting video on YouTube, man. Just watch me. Just literally watch me sit still. Like,
sad, but hopefully it's not one of those games. I mean, hopefully it's an entertaining game, but for positive reasons, not for some kind of chaotic match that's stressful.
Mate, just, like I say, just for momentum for the squad. Like, you know, that reaction of the players on Saturday after the Arsenal game, like I said, that is the first time I've seen such togetherness in this squad. Well, in any Villa squad that I've supported in the last 40 years, mate. Like, you know, bar the 82 stuff, which I was like tiny for and don't really remember. Like, this is, you know, going through the O'Neill days, I never saw this kind of togetherness. That reaction was absolutely unreal. Like, like it was just brilliant. And so, you know, does that belief start to creep into them where they just go into games playing without fear, mate? So we lose, the shackles are off. We don't kind of, you know, I don't know, have that fear of playing out from the back and kind of moving the ball quickly because players start to trust each other a little bit more. We make those passes, whereas before, after games, we haven't. You know, one of the biggest frustrations about our build-up play against teams like this is that it's too slow and we end up just recycling the ball and not really doing anything with it. But you know, against Arsenal, like first half, I thought we were brilliant. Like we did. Like Tielemans was brilliant at that, mate. Like and maybe that he will play because he's coming back from injury. So you're right, maybe that in terms of that starting line, maybe he will feature. But I just want to protect these players as well because there's a lot of football to be played this month.
He's also the kind of player that can unlock the defence, right? Like, so if they are playing that low block, we need that player who's going to be able to play through the lines, pick that point of pass, that reverse pass that's unlikely to be seen, or hit it from range like we like to.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got options now, haven't we? The way we play. And it'd be interesting to
Tielemans is due a banger as well.
Mate, he's my Coutinho. Like, he owes me a 40-yard screamer. He did it for Leicester all the time. Like, where's my 40-yard top corner? Yeah. Like, Kamara's done it. Tielemans, it's time to step up now, mate. Right.
My biggest worry with the Arsenal game is, I think we've seen this before, and maybe it is a bit of PTSD, but like, how much is that emotionally took it out the players? Like, sometimes you can have this like such a high, such a massive thing, and then afterwards you're like, oh, God, I'm exhausted. Like, you know,
mate, I can only speak from my own experience of playing football, which is when you have a moment like that, right, where you beat someone that you probably ordinarily don't, and you kind of there's a moment to kind of really put pressure on, maybe top of the league or whatever, or going top of the league, and we've bottled that on every occasion, like since. Even when Emery's been on charge. Saturday is the first time that we got it over the line, right? And it's put us right in the mix, right? Mm-hmm. So it's as a player, you've got to be. It's like you just believe you're going to do it. Like it's like you just turn up and go, I know it. I trust in the squad now. There's like it's like a wow moment, one of those kind of epiphany moments where you go, shit, we could do this. Like, and once that happens, mate, there's no turning back because you just start, like you said in the previous show, you just start looking upwards. You don't start like the fear of going, oh, what's going on around you? No. We're like this, like, you know, it's so look, it's all ifs, buts and maybes. Like, I think if we go back to the Go Ahead Eagles game, right, he rested lots of players. Rodgers didn't actually start that game, and it kind of cost us. I would like, if you're going back to the lineup, I'd argue, say, start the same team, go at these, smash them in the first half, then sub and then relax, 50, and get the job done. Do you know what I mean? So, because that's the ultimate way of doing it. Let's just kind of the next step for us is to start steamrolling teams like this, because we should. This is no disrespect to Basel, but we should be beating teams like this comfortably. It shouldn't even be a challenge, really.
Arguably, it's pretty majority of the Europa League. We should not saying that we should steamroll them, but we should definitely be confidently beating these teams and feel like we can win every game, because we should feel like we can win every game.
If we just turn up and do what we know we can do, and if we were to bring that level of intensity like we did in the second half against Brighton, for 70 minutes against Arsenal, we've got the level of intensity now in our play with cutting edge at the moment. Like, I know Watkins still isn't scoring, but you look at the players that have scored and the quality of the finishes that we've produced. It's a real danger for most teams, and most teams, are now probably thinking, shit, how do we set up against these? Because actually, if we go low block and try and make a counter attack, they've still got players that can, so it's fascinating, mate. Like, I genuinely feel like in a different place compared to where we've been all season. Like, it feels like something's shifted in the mentality of the squad. And that, I know it's only one game against us, so there's a long way to go. But if we turn up on Thursday and do win comfortably, right, you start to go, hang on a minute, it has changed. Like, that's how I feel. But like, it's 38 game season. The Europa finals a long way away.
Long way to go.
And I'm not getting my head of myself. You take one game at a time, which is what you do, right? But we've done the nitty gritty. We're winning dirty, right? We're winning ugly, like just scraping games. Like, we're getting over the line. We come up against a very, very good Arsenal side. I'm not going to have them blaming injuries, mate. That's fucking bullshit. Like, it's just like you've got their bench on Saturday was far stronger than ours, and we absolutely plummeted them. Like, you can't say because your centre backs are missing that then you're not ready to win the league, and you shouldn't be in the title challenge yourself.
Exactly. Because you find a way to win. That's the way.
That's what good teams do, and this is what bottle jobs Arsenal are, mate. I love it.
Right. Answer our predictions quickly then. Have you got a pen and paper? No worries if you haven't.
Yes, mate. Give me a second. Celebrity matchbook and pen.
Celebrity matchbook and pen.
It's never too far away. You're more than a number in my little black book. You're more than a result stand. Here we go. Celebrity matchbook and pen. You too can buy these. They're available from the Villa store. I feel like I should work for the Villa store, mate. Look at me.
Yeah, you are literally wearing Villa merch all over the place.
Yeah.
Go on. Tell me where you got it.
Where's my page? Right, let's do it.
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Oh, he's gone for the 2-0. I always go for a goal.
No,
we just don't often keep.
I'm going on the improvement stage. Like I said, 2-1 against Arsenal. We said, well, actually, my prediction was 2-0 because that was my heart. I want us to stop conceding goals. That's the big one, because that makes us even more formidable.
So what are we going on here then? So as always, everyone, if you're not familiar, every week we predict.com. You can sign up for free, get involved. You get 3 points for an exact score, and you get 1 point for a result. And you get 0 points. Sweet FA for getting it completely wrong.
FA.
We tend to. Basel. So are we going for the 2-0? Should we go with you?
Let's go with me this time, mate. I'm confident in this one, 2-0. Okay. If it ends up 2-1, you can come and score me on the next tomorrow's show.
When's your first goal minute?
17th.
17th minute. Okay, right. That's locked in. As always, guys, do let us know in the comments what you think, but also do jump onto here and do your predictions as well. And we're hoping to give some kind of cash prize at the end of the season. Might be a £5, might be 50 quid. Who knows? Yeah. But there will be something that you'll get. Maybe it's a voucher for like Amazon.
Mate, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do some Villa points.
Villa membership points. Yeah. God,
where you can go and buy a carrier bag.
Prize where it lies. Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gary, final thoughts and sing us out, mate.
Mate, just like the name of the title, this is going to be a spicy one. A little bit of basil. Make it all fire fresh.
Is that what you're saying the title of this is? Something about a spicy one?
Yeah, it's a spicy
Okay,
one.
right,
Yeah.
I've got to do that now. Isn't it?
There you go. Happy days. If you go in, stay safe, guys. Hopefully the atmosphere. I know a few people are going out there. Enjoy the game. Bring back the 3 points, and let's move on to Sunday. As always, every week we follow the boys in Claret and Blue. Peace, people.